back. Recruitment funding, 1 year on. Got a familiar face with us today, Simon Holian. Both of us fresh-faced, actually, cleanly shaven. So nice to have no beards on recruitment funding, 1 year on, once in a while. So I've just recently made the move to a new invoice finance company, and they've made a massive change, actually. So we're talking about one key overall change for the business during the pandemic and in the last year. So welcome back. Tell us more.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the recruitment funding series again.
So, You're welcome.
Great to see you as well.
Virtually, and we're used to it now.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right, I think in terms of the question, really good moment to talk about an operational change and overall business change with Time Finance. So like you say, it's been a kind of period of change for me. Excited to join Time Finance as part of kind of a rebrand within the market that took place in December.
Wow, what a time to rebrand. A lot of days, probably a lot of months or years before in the plan, and I'm sure it's probably planned pre-COVID. So
definitely the kind of planning for the rebrand was I think well underway, but it was a decision I think taken to take on even more than the pandemic, but also get a new message out to the market with a rebrand and change to Time Finance. So shall I give you...
Yeah, what is Time? Where's it come from? Yeah, a bit of the background. I think there's a bit more to Time than invoice finance, but maybe more invoice finance specific or a bit of the depth. Yeah. Where's it come from?
You're right. So, I mean, originally, Time Finance was 7 finance businesses.
Okay.
Were acquired by the 1PM group.
Yeah.
And
that was positive cash flow and Generate.
Yeah, so they were the 2 invoice finance businesses. And with kind of the rebrand in mind, the view was that we want a consistent message to the market that we are one business, even though we were 7 operating companies. So that rebrand in December, and we've been kind of shouting about it to the market since.
Yeah, it's great.
So what that's meant then is those 7 finance businesses have become 4 divisions within Time Finance. So
cool.
We've got the 2, as you say, invoice finance operating centres, one in the north, one in the south.
Yeah.
And we've also got an asset finance division, loans division, and a vehicle finance division. And the reason for that is we want to appeal as a multi-product offering to SMEs within, the UK, who could come to us if they've got, a number of finance requirements, and we can deal with it as Time Finance.
Could be a recruitment business that wants an invoice finance package, but also needs some lease cars, etc., or an asset-backed loan, etc.
Exactly, yeah. Whether they, if they've got some equity in the commercial premises and they want some additional cash flow on top of the invoice finance, we've got a loans team that could handle something that would give them some extra working capital, like you say, an invoice finance facility, and they want to give a fleet of company cars to some of their consultants.
Yeah, right, it happens. Absolutely does, yeah.
Absolutely, it's something where rather than having to deal with a number of different suppliers, you could come to one business and Time Finance, and we could take care of that for you. And the reason for the kind of name change.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. I was going to put you on the spot there, and I was like, Time. Where's it come from?
Yeah, well, I think that's recognising that probably the 2 most important things to businesses are both time and money, particularly in the recruitment market as well. So we operate quite regular. Whether it's weekly timings, dealing with your temporary placements, or
getting the money for payroll,
time and money are without that.
That's amazing. When you said about time, I didn't really add time and money, and you don't really compare recruitment factoring. Kind of pretty simple. There wasn't too much thought going up actually behind the general name, because it does what it says. But actually, it's quite nice to have that depth. Time and money are the most. What a great detailed background.
Yeah, well, I think it's just quite a nice way to try and capture the important things for businesses, and at the same time as well, behind the scenes, you've kind of got a nice rebrand, but behind the scenes, I know that there's been a lot of work operationally to sync systems, and
I can imagine.
Doing all that remotely as well, which I know a lot of us have been doing.
So you're all trying to run alongside operationally as well then, so it's not just an image rebrand, it's actually it's an operational rebrand as well.
Absolutely. So top to bottom, we've got group sales meetings, group sales calls where it's all the divisions that join in, and particularly for the invoice finance businesses, we're all on the same platforms now. So if you were a client in the south or a client in the north, you'd still have the same client experience, which is what we're really keen to do and promote. And I think being in the service industry, dealing with recruiters as well, that's something that's super important, especially, as everybody's kind of working more remotely and more agile.
Yeah.
You want to be sure that you've got that service consistent from your funder.
Consistency, time, and financing. Yeah, kind of. Maybe it should have been called consistent time finance or something like that. You could have put an extra word in there. So, but I don't work in marketing. Don't make my suggestion. Si, look, really great to have you back on. I'm sure you'll be back on with us shortly to sort of, review it in 6 to 12 months and see where we're going. Good luck in the new role. I know it's been a few months now. I'm really, really pleased to have you on here. Thanks for sharing about time, and we will catch up soon.
Thanks again for having me.
You're welcome, and I'm sure next time we'll have massive beards, so that's the aim. All right.
Yeah, I'll give that a go. I'm not sure how that.
Cheers, Si.
Thanks, Si. Bye.